Good morning, everybody. Feel a little funky in our house this morning. Everybody in this house has been sick for like a week, and I've been the only one who has been pushing it off. And I woke up this morning, I don't know, I started getting a little tickle in the throat last night, and I woke up this morning and my entire left side of the face is blocked off. Positive thinking, right? Positive thinking. And I haven't showered. I feel completely nasty right now. But it was like, I'm just going to get up and go. I was so tired yesterday at the end of the day. And we were doing work. And cause I got up at like 1 o'clock yesterday. And then I just worked all day. I didn't take a nap. And then, yeah, I just went straight to bed. I did sleep last night, though, all the way. So we'll see how it goes today. But I'm definitely feeling funky this morning. Proof that we can all have funky days. I didn't take a shower. I'm in the same clothes as yesterday. I just heat some mustard on my shirt. Complete that. Gamer dude is a skunky bitch. All right. Good morning, everybody. Regardless. Oh, I forgot to get my coffee. Let me go grab a cup of coffee before we sit down. Great Forge says I ran like 5,000 meters to the north and got a new sword. Triprum says growing apple trees takes a fuck ton of time. Ha ha ha. Crimson Pudding, said Angus. Robert says I'm the last one to get any cold or illness and they get blamed for passing on. Are the trolls gone? The trolls are never gone super aerial. They're always coming out of the woodwork. What's up, George Fisher? Yeah, it's so my grandniece didn't come to school last week because she was sick all week. So she wasn't here most of last week, I think. And then when she came on Monday, she was getting better, but still sick. But then my sister-in-law was sick, and she's been here all week, hanging out while her car gets worked on. And she's been sick. And my grandniece, both of them have been running around the house just like completely stopped up, and I've just been like trying to stay in the room. And I think I may have finally got it. We'll see. I'm just stuffy this morning, super stuffy with a slightly scratchy throat. So I'm like, it could be just because I've been like pushing hard the last couple of days, and my scratchy throat is because I've been talking a lot, doing lots of streams. We'll see. Let me go get my coffee before we get going here, everybody. And then we'll sit down and actually do things. I'll be right back. I just got the cutest of all videos sent to me. So my brother's kid, my nephew up there, has been raising goats, and they've got these new babies. They're just super cute, and they're running around playing with each other. Super cute little boys. Alright, where is my controller? Let's see. Oh, Robert Kitchenman. Interestingly enough, so I was on my Xbox last night doing some stuff, and I saw that Disco Elysium was on Game Pass, so I downloaded it last night. That doesn't mean I'm going to do a full playthrough, but I am going to be doing like a first impressions look at some point, maybe over the weekend. Depends on how I feel. But I've got some time leading up to the April 7th, which is when Starfield drops. We're definitely going to be diving back into some Fallout 76 here in the next few days. I downloaded Disco Elysium. There was something else that was on Game Pass yesterday that I downloaded as well. So there was like 2 or 3 games I downloaded off of Game Pass last night. Disco Elysium was one of them. I've never played it, no. I'm pretty sure I'm crossing 50 hours played today, I think. It tells me I think, doesn't it tell me on the PlayStation? Hang on. Pretty sure it tells me if I go to the PlayStation. Oh, I already have crossed 50 hours. Right there. I am at the 50-hour mark and only 28% through the story. That doesn't necessarily mean anything because you could spend 100 hours doing crafting and not progress the main story. So I am 50 hours in, which means I will be doing my probably my additional thoughts video today will happen. Since I crossed the 50-hour threshold. Why do I play on PS5 over PC? Because it's cheaper to replace. Somebody else already answered that for you, but yeah, it's cheaper to replace if it breaks. I play about 90% of the games I play on the console. I've heard amazing things, Blueface, indeed. The problem is it has a lot of reading, and I don't like to do reading on stream because that's boring for the user, or the viewer, I should say. I've been reluctant to do any of that kind of stuff, like what Gray is talking about, like going out and finding unique weapons. But I'll tell you what, after last night, that puzzle we were doing up top, where the game doesn't save your progress, and you can't do a manual save, and it kicks you out, and all this other stuff. I literally had such a sour taste in my mouth last night from that experience. I really had to sit here and we're going to see how it goes. But that experience was so negative for me last night that I'm kind of over Crimson Desert at the moment. Like I'm kind of over it. Like I like a lot of things about this game. And I had been having quite a bit of fun up until this point. But that experience last night with the puzzles was like the final straw for me. in terms of there's so many issues with the controls, so many issues with the menus, so many issues with things that are unintuitive and not fun. And that puzzle, losing progress, the manual save not working, I almost decided not to play it anymore last night. And we're gonna see how today goes. Um, but I mean, I have a lot of additional guides I would like to make. I have a list of things I would like to keep working on because it is a good traffic, you know, um, drawer. But I'll tell you what, that puzzle experience last night was so negative for me. It took all of the fun I was having and just sort of ruined it. And it's like you can't have shit like that in a 2026 game. You can't. That's just not acceptable. It's not. What are my views, thoughts, reviews, ratings? Go watch my YouTube channel. All that stuff is on YouTube. We're not going to rehash it during a live stream. Disco is so well written, says Porter Thomas. I've heard good things. Am I in the industry? Not anymore. I spent about 10 years in the industry. Founded 2 game studios, launched an MMO, launched a tabletop game. Point and click adventure game. That was my decision last night, Drip Rum. I'm just going to sit and focus on the main story now. Because I've decided that every time I try to start doing side content, I get extremely frustrated because it sucks so bad. So, um, so for now, I'm just going to focus on the main storyline until I hit a roadblock with gear. I'm just disappointed because I really wanted to add magic to my weapons with imbue element, and I can't imbue elements without completing the puzzles in the abyss. And I can't complete the puzzles in the abyss because of how poorly those quests, those areas are designed, and the fact that you lose progress if you fall and you can't do a manual save. And it made me extremely, it was extremely unsatisfying when I did the manual save last night and I fell and it still put me back at the checkpoint, even though I loaded the manual save. I was like, well, at that point,
what do you want?
what the fuck is the point of a manual save? If the manual save doesn't do anything and you're still putting me back at a checkpoint, then there's no fucking point of the manual save, and I no longer give a shit. So, yeah. So I'm gonna just stick to focusing on the main story now and the gray main stuff, gear progression. But since I can't go get any of that magical stuff for my weapons now, I may have to go search for some weapons to try to get some magical weapons, since I can't imbue my weapons naturally. We'll see.
What do we do?
We'll get around her! You take the left flank!
Carefully.
Whoa! Hey, easy there. It's all right. Calm
She's out
down.
of control.
Blood horse.
Huh? Do you... Ah! Ah! Oh, no! Shh, wait!
You all right? It's just...
You all right?
Come on,
I'll be fine.
Up you get.
Greymane, do you know that mare? Can you calm her down for us?
Where did it go? Are they gonna make me tame a horse? Motherfucker. Okay. Calm and tame wild horses throughout the horse taming minigame. Move L in the opposite direction where the horse is facing to gain control through its resistance. For the NCs, do not lose your grip until the end. So move it in the opposite direction from where the horse is facing. That's a pretty horse. I would much rather have this horse than my horse.
I didn't expect her to go wild like that.
She's calmed down. Should be all right now.
Oh! Ah!
Althea! Whoa, whoa! Easy now. Good girl. Thank you. She's never done this before. Something must have startled her.
Will you be all right staying here?
Why wouldn't I be? Because of the Demonician delegation. I've already taken precautions.
So, you were aware they were coming?
I was counting on it, actually. One of my informants is among their ranks. It's the perfect chance to learn more about Demonis' inner dealings. And maybe find a clue to my Swordmaster's whereabouts.
Is that what you're doing here?
I suppose I never told you why I'm on the run, did I? Don't get the wrong idea. I've done nothing wrong. My Swordmaster got caught up in something, and then she vanished. I was accused as well, falsely, and forced to flee. I will do everything in my power to find her, clear her name, and restore my own honor.
All right. Hang on, guys. I need to. I gotta take a. I'm gonna take a cold pill. It was really interesting. I watched the Dropped Frame guys talking about this game the other night, last night when I was laying in bed, and they were all talking about how the game is fun, but, and they all said it's like the game has many things that are like, this feels like a 10 out of 10 experience over here. Like the exploration in this game, some of the best open world exploration I've ever seen. Some of the views in this game are absolutely just breathtaking. Even on performance mode, they are breathtaking views. On quality mode, they are just out of this world on the PS5. So some of that stuff, you'll have like a 10 out of 10 experience, like the exploration and everything else. The fact that you can get a cat or a dog and give it cosmetic armor, for me, super cozy, chill, cute, that's awesome. Those 10 out of 10 moments are dragged down by those stupid puzzles, the horrible controls, and things that are very much 1 out of 10 experiences. So it's like you have these really high peaks of this is really cool, this is really awesome, and then you're drugged down, or as they should say in the UK, dragged down. You're dragged down by all of this unnecessary baggage and really bad game design. It's unfortunate, because otherwise it would be a much better experience, and hopefully that's stuff they could take to heart and fix in coming patches. I think Dribrom said something in chat earlier. They talked about doing free updates. So there's always the chance. There's always the chance that this turns into a No Man's Sky experience. No, I'm not going to do what you want me to do, Lapper Geeker. I'm playing the game the way I want to play. You go do what you want to do. Don't ever make demands of me, because I will just boot you to the curb. Puzzles can be fixed. All they have to do is make them not reset. And if I manually save, it should save exactly where my character was standing, so that when I reload, the game is exactly in the same state and standing in the same place as when I saved the game. Because right now, that manual save, I don't understand what the point of the manual save is right now. Because I don't think it's doing anything other than saving, like, your last checkpoint. Because it's not saving your quest state at all. It's not saving your quest state or your location in the world. Games coming to other platforms is always a good thing. Console wars are for the idiots of the world. PC Master Race is for the idiots of the world. Real gamers want games everywhere on all platforms. We want games to be accessible by everyone, everywhere.
Everywhere you look, saddles are all the same. That's not the kind of work I aim to do. I'm set on making a saddle so striking, it'll draw every eye the moment it's on a horse. Earlier, by the river, I saw fish shimmering in the sunlight. Then it struck me how marvellous it'd be to fashion a saddle from their shimmering scales. There's a spare fishing rod here. Think you could catch me some?
Nope, don't have any desire
Bring
to
me
do a
some
stupid
fish
minigame
with
right now.
large, dazzling scales.
Pass.
It is most worrying. I've no idea what lies before us.
Nintendo is an extremely niche market.
Out of love for our ailing king, Grand General Bastir has ensured today's event be most memorable. Well then, I do hope you enjoy.
Grand General Bastir.
Yes, one of the orchestrators of that incident. Ah, there you are, Greymane. I see you got your invitation.
No
I
interest in
told
the
you
Steam
he'd come.
machine. It does no me
I
good.
heard the
Does me
news.
no good.
But did you really need my help?
I already have a
Let
PS5
us
Pro
hope
and an
it's
Xbox
just an
Series X and 2
old
gaming
man's
PCs. I don't need a
needless
Steam
worry.
machine.
Just relax and enjoy the festivities. Let's go inside.
Yes, come along.
The banquet is about to begin.
Oh, you seem to be
Duke
mistaking
Caliban has not been
my
seen
complaints
since.
of the puzzles. I'm going to pause here a minute so I don't miss the cutscene. It's a shame so many people hate puzzles. Solving them is half the fun. There is nothing wrong with solving puzzles. I love puzzle games. What's not fun is a puzzle game that doesn't save your progress. And so, when you fall off a platform and it resets the entire progress of the puzzle, that's bad game design. When you manually save in the middle of a puzzle so that if you accidentally fall, you don't lose your progress, but then you come to find out that the manual save didn't do anything and you still lose your progress, that's bad game design. The puzzles are fine. It's the issues with not saving progress so that if you fall or something happens, you lose your progress. That's the issue. So I live in a place where I have a lot of power outages. and a lot of internet outages because I live in the middle of nowhere. It is incredibly poor game design to have a system wherein you're not doing lots of saving of progress along the way. Because if your user, if the power goes out, the internet goes out, something like that happens, and they lose 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour of progress, that's not fun, right? So the puzzles are fine. The puzzles are great. Many people love playing puzzles, but it's the lack of saving and the fact that the puzzles reset when something out of your control can happen. That's the issue at play here. I liked the puzzles. I was having fun solving the puzzles last night until I fell off the fucking platform and it didn't save my progress.
Coronation.
And then when I found the manual save didn't do anything, I was like, I'm done.
Purge that ousted
I'm out.
countless Demonician nobles.
Oh, look, it's the Demonist delegation. Oh, it started.
That's fair, Emulator. Some people calling it the worst game or the best game they've ever played. It is very polarizing.
Unveil the Grand General's special gift.
What's in the box, man? What's in the box?
What could possibly be inside here?
What is this?
Trojan horse of some kind.
Does everyone like it?
With the blessing of great Solomon, we celebrate the arrival of this bountiful harvest season.
They call this a gift.
On behalf of the King of Demonis, Grand General Bastir has arranged this grand display.
My word. Look at the size of it.
That's what
Though
she said.
chaos reigns and evil spreads, the alliance between Hernand and Demonis shall endure. And Demonis will bring peace to Pywell. And those who threaten our alliance shall meet the same fate as this beast. Long live Demonis! Musketeers, forward! Ready, arms! Aim!
This is
Utter nonsense.
Fire! What are you playing at? Quickly, kill the monster! Enough!
Don't get too close.
Let this serve to remind you. Under the guidance of the great kingdom of Demonis, we shall forever return.
Oh shit, this is probably going to be a big bad boss fight. I'm going to pick up my controller.
get out of here now.
I won't leave you.
You need to protect the Marquis. I can handle the beast.
I'm not ready for a big bad boss fight. I haven't even
Very well.
had my second cup of coffee. it. When it keeps breaking my target lock, I get really sick of that shit. Get up, get up, get out of the corner. I'm sorry, Blanca. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. My hat was on top of my notebook, and I just kind of chucked it on the bed, and it hit her in the face, and she was asleep, and she just came out awake, like, what the hell is that? So I didn't kill him. He ran away. Lame. What was the name of that monster, I wonder? That was like a boss fight, but I don't know what it was.
Quit playing around.
We will find out later when I go back to watch the replay. That wasn't too bad. I was not ready for that fight, though. I did not expect to do a boss fight right away. I don't have any food prepped or anything. I do a crap load of damage? No, I've just upgraded my gear. I've taken the time to like upgrade my gear along the way. Like I have been spending a lot of time upgrading my gear because I don't want to have issues when I do the boss fights.
Look at that!
You're playing Tainted Grail, Emma? It's a good game. Tainted Grail is awesome. It's a fake-ass boss fight. Dude, I've had, so I published the boss fight video of, the drill boss. The boss of the quarry. Every boss I've done in this game, knock on wood, I have done on the first try. But I've also spent a ton of time upgrading my gear. And there are people now who are going across the videos and they're saying the only reason you beat it on the first try is because they patched it and made it easier. Fucking Westerners bitching about how hard the game is. They ruined the challenge. Man, and I'm like, no, I just have taken the time to make sure. Like, I literally have I have rank 4 in all of my stamina, health, and spirit. I have rank 5 and rank 6 on all of my gear. I have procs on my sword. I have regen on a bunch of my armor. Like, I have taken the time. Dude, I've played a lot of MMOs over the years. So, knowing that this was originally designed as an MMO, like, I literally went into it and was like, okay, I need to take the time and, make sure my gear is upgraded. So, it's not that the bosses are easy. It's just that I have taken the time to make sure that my gear is appropriately buffed. And I have another haste buff. And, ooh, what is this? Ooh, I finally have a shield item. We're about to upgrade our gear even more. So, this allows me to do something called Howling of Chaos, which is hit L1 before being hit, which emits a shockwave that applies confusion to nearby enemies. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do any more questing, someone says that boss was called Karish the Slayer. Thank you for the name of that. Karish the Slayer. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the witch, like right now, and I'm going to go put those 2 items on my gear, which is going to give me more haste, and it's going to give me an AoE that adds confusion to my nearby enemies. I'm going to add that to my shield. So that's how I've been able to stay on top of the gear, is just make sure that my gear is upgraded and make sure my skills are upgraded. So, yeah. I think we have to exit here and talk to Demand really quick. And then I'm going to travel out.
You shouldn't be here.
I didn't expect things would come to this.
What is Bastia even thinking?
I'm not certain.
We're over
but it's
50
clear
now.
He has no intention of leaving Hernand in peace. And from what I found out, there's good reasons to believe that that beast wasn't the only thing he sent.
You best keep your voice down.
There's talk that others slipped into Hernand amidst the chaos. I've also received information connected to you and your
Okay,
people.
Blue.
It concerns the Black Bears.
Thank you for
who
that.
attacked you.
That's a good reminder that
Records
we could do
show
that.
someone in Demonis has been supplying them, but their identity remains unknown. There may be another force moving against you.
Damien, we should move before someone spots us.
I'll dig deeper into this. Please, stay alert.
Stay alert. Alright, so Bluefaced said this would be a great part for a tutorial because I have no idea how to do the gear modding yet. So we're going to go do some gear modding and do a quick beginner's guide on how to do this. So it's part of the main quest line. They are going to send you, eventually you're going to get sent to find this witch. I think she's up here if I remember correctly. Yes, Shadow Whisper Cave. So the tutorial will, the game will send you here at some point. But this is where you're going to find the witch. So what you want to do is you first want to progress the game till you get to this point so you can find the witch. You're going to travel up here. And the way to think about this is that many pieces of gear in the game have mods on them, right? So you can look at a piece of gear. I'm going to open this up and show you what I mean by that. So we can look at some of the pieces of gear that we just got to drop off of that boss, right? So we just got this Grove's Thorn mace. And you'll notice that on that mace, it has an effect called Spirit Siphon Level 1. And you'll notice that that mace has 3 circles. That means there are space for 3 different mods that you can add to that weapon. Okay, now they don't call them mods, they call them abyss gear, but they're mods so that those of you who don't understand the terminology of this game can understand what they are. So when I killed that last boss mob, I got a mace that has a mod on it, and I also got 2 additional mods that are free of any gear. They're just in my inventory. I got Swift level 1, which is a haste mod, and then I got a Howling of Chaos, which is an ability mod. It says Howling of Chaos emits a sonic shockwave that applies confusion to nearby enemies when you hit L1 just before being hit. So mods that are free like this can be applied to any appropriate weapon. It'll say on this, it says equipable in melee weapons or in shields. And this one says it can be equipped on weapons, gloves, or footwear. So it's always going to tell you where it can be slotted. Now, something like this, that mod is on the weapon. So if you want to use that mod somewhere else, you have to take it out of the weapon. Now, once you do that, you could do things like, if you go over here and look at my Sword of the Wolf has 3 mods installed. All 3 of those mods came from other items, and I took those mods out of those items and I put them on my item. But how did I do that? Well, remember how I said that if you look at items, you'll notice that there are 3 circles on that item. There are 2 circles on that item. There are 2 circles on that item. 1 circle on that item. 5 circles on the bow. The first thing you have to do is you have to unlock those slots so that you can install a mod into one of those slots. So for an example, I have an unlocked slot on my Khalid shield, and I have a locked slot. Those 2 slots, you'll see one is open and blank, and the other one is closed with the X on it. So I've already unlocked one, and that's what you do at the witch. So we're going to go over here and go to the witch really quick. When you come to this teleport, you're just going to run around the corner. She's down this little path in a cave. And when you're in here, you're going to be able to go to the modding station. So you're going to run right up to her. She's right behind the desk. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to the workshop. Now, this is where it's very important. Every single item that you have has locked slots. So if you want to slot something into it, you have to first create a socket. So you have to go to an item and say, hey, I want to put something on the shield, but in order to do that, I want to unlock. See the chains on that? I need to remove the chains. Now this costs silver. This is the only part of the process that costs money. Once you have unlocked something like so, it is now open. The chains are gone. That now has an open slot. Now what you can do is you can freely put things on. You can put mods into gear, and you can take mods out of gear freely at this point. You have to unlock them first with coin, but after that there is no cost to the modding system in this game. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go to that new mace that I got, and I want to extract. Now, it's not my equipped gear. I want to tab over to the inventory, and I want to go to that Grove's Thorn. And on that Grove's Thorn, it has this thing called Spirit Siphon. I'm going to select that thing, and I'm going to choose Spirit Transference, and I'm going to extract Abyss Gear. And I have now pulled that mod out, and that mod is now in my inventory, able to be used. And I now have an additional weapon, which has 1 unlocked slot where the mod was just installed, and 2 locked slots. So that I decided I wanted to change and use that weapon instead of my sword, I could. I don't want to. So I'm going to go back to embed Abyss Gear. The first thing I'm going to do is go to my shield, because I finally got a shield mod. And I'm going to take this Howling of Chaos. And I'm going to say I want to pick that, and I want to embed. Now that's going to take that mod, and it's going to install it on my shield. So now my shield has this Howling of Chaos mod installed on it, which is awesome. Now I have a plate helm, which has a slot. Is there anything I can... these no, because this is a weapon mod. Spirit Siphon. I might put that on my bow. Swift can be installed on weapons, gloves, and footwear. So let's go to like my gloves. I'll need to... actually, you know what? Let's unlock a foot one, because I don't have anything on my feet so far. So let's go to my feet. I need to unlock a slot. You can skip that animation, by the way. Now I can go back over to embed. Go to my boots. Go to Swift. I'm going to add that haste mod to my boots, like so. Now we've added a haste buff to my boots. Now I have one more mod I could use, which can only be equipped on weapons. Now my main weapon is already full. I already have 3...
I can't read your mind.
I already have 3 things installed on my sword. So my sword is maxed out. So I could choose to put it on the spear that I'm using or my bow. I'm going to go with the bow. So we're going to unlock. Now, here's the thing. It gets more expensive the deeper you get into the slots. So the first slot might be 2 silver or 5 silver. The second slot's going to be 10. Look at number 4. The fourth slot costs, or the fifth slot, excuse me, costs 100. So it gets really expensive. So, and you can unlock all of these at the same time if you wanted to. I'm only going to unlock one for 10 silver because I don't have 4 mods to add to that weapon. So we've increased that by 1. I can now go into embed, and I'm going to go to my bow, and I'm going to put that spirit transference mod on. And I've now installed that into my Grey Wolf bow. I can confirm. And now I've used all the mods that I had in my inventory. Those are no longer there. We've installed all the mods I can. I have now done additional item upgrades, and I am now that much more powerful. I've got some more haste. And if you scroll through my gear, you'll notice now that we can go look at different things. And it'll tell us what it has installed on it. Howling of Chaos, Slashing Reeds, Attack Speed. This one has Wind Slash, Attack Speed, Attack +1. This one has Attack +1 and a Spirit Siphon. So that in a nutshell is how you mod your armor and weapons in Crimson Desert. And also, the cool thing about this system is that once you have unlocked the sockets for any of these items, you can freely change the mods at will. So the cool thing is, like, if you get, let's say I play another 20 hours and I find a bunch of different mods and I want to put those mods on the weapons versus the mods that I have now, you could freely do that. The only cost to this is that initial cost of unlocking the slots on a weapon or on a piece of armor. So once it's unlocked, you can freely put in mods, and it doesn't cost anything to extract or imbue. It's just the unlocking of the mod slots. What does color palette mean? If I remember correctly, that just, like, purple just means those are like quest gear. It's like gear that you can't sell. That's just like your gear. Like, you can't sell that stuff. Other stuff, like if you go over into my inventory, like the outfit, that right there, like that's an outfit. That's like a key. So notice how it says key item. Purple means key item. That means it's like a quest item or a main item that's for your character. So that armor that I have is from the pre-order. So you can't sell it. It's not something you can accidentally get rid of because it's locked to your character as a key item. So there are many things in the item that are in the game that are key items that are like quest related things. So like you start the game and like Sword of the Wolf is like the Bow of the Wolf and the Sword of the Wolf. I think those were like main weapons that Cliff gets at the very beginning of the game that every player has access to. Anyway, that is a quick beginner's guide to modding your gear, your weapons, and armor in Crimson Desert. Thank you for reminding me to do that video, Blueface, because I would have completely forgot. So that was a fun little tutorial to do live this morning. You're fine, Snow White. Blanca, está bien. She's scared because I accidentally chucked a hat at her a little while ago on accident. I didn't realize she was sleeping on the bed. I pronounce it wolf. I don't pronounce wolf. Wolf. I just say wolf. It sounds like woof woof. I also pronounce milk. I don't pronounce my L's very well. It is what it is, kids. What does that, by the way? Where did it go? Spirit Siphon. What is that? Spirit transference. Spirit siphon. It actually doesn't tell me what it does. Spirit transference. It means you gain spirit when you deal damage to an enemy. That's cool. Alright, I need to go do some cooking, like in a bad way. Oh, there was some, hold on, there was some iron, and I need iron. There was some iron right around the corner when I came here. Damn it. Get down there, buddy. Let's see if we can see any additional iron from here. Don't really see any at the moment. I do need some more timber. Let's go chop some trees down really quick before I go back to the base. And then I'm going to go back to the base and I'm going to grab some coffee as well. Almost squished my kitty cat. I can't remember what this game is called, JK. I'm way too tired for that shit. You're on your own. Where'd that other log go? Oh, it's still rolling down the hill. Yeah, I'm not chasing that. This is the new Thomas the Tank Engine game? I believe so, yeah. I think it's called Thomas in the Desert or something like that. Even though it doesn't look like a desert to me. I know, it's confusing. It's super confusing. It might even have something to do with Clifford the Big Red Dog. I can't. I can't be sure. Crimson Thomas. By the way, why did I do that? Stupid arrows. God damn it, stop choosing your fucking arrows. Get on the fucking axe. God damn it. Click the axe, bitch. Alright, here we go. This ought to be enough to upgrade my bow. Move, kitty cat! Alright, there's going to be two down there that are going to be stacked on top of each other, which we'll go get here in a second. Thomas the Treetop and Tank. Who's running away from wolves. 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 Guys, I apologize for my voice today. I am totally stopped up. I did take a cold pill like a little while ago, so. But I am completely stopped. Stuffy. I think I got the bug that's been going around our house. Be careful of Mr. Mittens. You want to know my thoughts on this game so far, and is this game fun? Well, you can go over to my YouTube channel. You can watch my reviews and discussions. We've been publishing daily videos about this game since it came out, including my first impressions video, my early thoughts video, my initial review, and today, because I've crossed the 50-hour mark, I will be publishing an additional thoughts video after we wrap up the morning stream. Every game I play, I do at least 3 reviews. We do an early thoughts first impressions video, an initial review after about 20 hours played, a final review when we finish, and then with games that take longer than 50 hours, which this game is, I will publish an additional thoughts video at 50 hours, which we crossed this morning. I think actually we crossed it last night, but I didn't notice until this morning. So at some point today, I'm going to be publishing that. I agree there's not enough trans in this game. Oh, you said trains? My bad. Well, there's not enough trains or trans. I agree. We need more of all the things. Chop chop. Dribrum says if you have sheep at the farm, you can get fleece passively. That's good for upgrades for sure. Alright, let's go see if I can upgrade any of my stuff. I think I have enough timber to do the bow now.
Alright then. This forge has restored many fine blades.
Yellow paint's all over the place. Open your fucking eyes. Yay, let's upgrade that bow. And now I don't have anything that I can upgrade. Oh, I can upgrade. I only get more defense. This gives me defense and attack, so I'm going with the boots. Thomas has to cut down trees to make planks for the tracks. I would play Thomas the Trans Engine. I would too. Let's do it. Alright, I think we've upgraded all we can because I'm out of iron ore. I also don't have any fangs or abyss artifacts.
Ready for your next job.
We are maxed out as far as what we can upgrade for the moment. It would be called Tiffany the Trans Train. Yes, it would. What's the female equivalent of Thomas? Is it Tiffany? Mortis says good morning over on Twitch. Good morning, Emeritus. There's yellow paint on my shield even. Look at that shit, guys. That's telling me that my shield is an item that I can use to block things. That's why there's yellow paint all over my shield. Look at that. Yellow paint all over my shield. Use the shield to block it. All those buildings over there have yellow and orange paint on the rooftops to tell me that there's a town over there that I can go to buy and sell at and upgrade my items at. Yay!
Good to see you.
See all the mini-map icons? That's also yellow paint telling me where I can go and do things like cook food. Speaking of which, I am really low on camp funds. I need to sort that out. Why are we so broke, sir?
Any particular person in mind?
Probably because all these missions are costing a ton of money. I have a ton of wood. I don't need any more wood. Let's cancel the wood mission. I also have a ton of provisions. I don't think I've ever done one of these missions before. How do these work? And what do you get back from it? So it lowered the percentage, but it doesn't look like it'll complete. Fuck it, let's try it. I've never done one of these. I'm thinking they won't complete it in one run. Maybe they have to go do it.
Looking for someone to join your journey? If you need a particular someone, I'll arrange it for you.
No, but I do need to, we need food. Ronnie!
Got a new dish on the menu. Do you want a taste? I could cook something up for you. You needed a bite? Do you need more?
I'm just gonna buy all my food. Holy shit.
Do you need more?
I don't feel like cooking if you're gonna sell me food.
I could cook something up for you.
I mean, I'm still gonna go cook, but...
It's gonna be delicious.
Oh, he's got recipes too. Oh, the recipes actually cost a chunk. Chewy rice cakes.
Just got this in today.
Ooh, meat and veggie porridge sounds pretty good.
Do you need more? So, eat proper meals instead.
Oh, I got a
Just
letter
snacking
too.
all the time.
I've left a small gift to aid you in your journey. The other witches should be able to use it to craft special items. What did she just give me? The Witch of Wisdom examined the house. Okay, I definitely gonna want to do that because that'll be something to like. It'll be a piece of gear or something, or an abyss gear that it'll be used to help me in my adventures. Definitely gonna want to go take a peek at that. Where did my recipes go? Ah! Why didn't you do it? Where's their bounties? The fuck are the recipes? There they are. How do I inspect? Finally. Sometimes it doesn't go into the menu. Hold the D-pad down for a few seconds.
Preparations are done. Just give the signal.
It's not doing anything for me, Dribrom. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Oh. That's a gear blueprint, not a food blueprint. That allows me to create a gear. Holy shit, okay. You need an abyss cell. Now I know what those abyss cells are good for. I need a diamond, a cockroach, stalwart, lavender. I didn't know you could create gears. That's cool. Alright. Those are all the recipes. Let's go sell to him.
So, that rumble was your stomach, not the weather.
Your joke is so funny, bro. Since I'm done with the recipes, I will sell them back.
You'll be too weak to eat proper meals instead of snacking all the time.
Well, I like snacks, sir, so just chill the fuck out. I gotta find a campfire now.
Aye. Tomorrow, brave one.
I love how my cat is still on my shoulder. That's awesome. He's like, what are we cooking, Dad? Hang on, before I do this, let me go get a cup of coffee. 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 Dribrum says, hot tip before you go into the snowy mountains, get at least 5 cold resist on the armor because stamina drains make it really hard to go anywhere or even fight. That is a good thing to pay attention to for sure. Cooked all the food I have. Now I want to go over here and make sure I'm not using any of the super whammy stuff. Make sure we're on the lowest level food possible. Acorns. Yeah, we'll start with acorns. Alright, I want to go back really quickly. No, I don't. Let's follow that quest really quick. Open map. Witch's Token. Hey, that's cool. Xbox, the official Xbox account over on Twitter X, like replied and retweeted some of my stuff from yesterday's coverage of the event. Moving on up in the world, kids. I'm really torn on whether or not I want to do the beta for or to pre-order the Expanse, because I do love Owlcat, and I've got a. I've worked with Owlcat a couple of times in the past on some of their other things. Rogue Trader, they sent me a copy of the Voidfarer edition for the Xbox. We covered 2 of their demos last year of the games that they're going to be publishing. But I didn't go pre-order the Expanse because I was like, I don't want to spoil it for myself. But also, when I found it yesterday, it's coming to Xbox as a day one. I'm like, man, like I have a running Game Pass Ultimate subscription, so I'm getting a copy of the game when it comes out because of my Game Pass. Do I also want to go pre-order it? Probably, because it's gonna be, there's so many eyes on that game. It would probably be a good business decision, but it's also like, do I pre-order it? What I'll probably be doing is, if I'm gonna do that, I'll pre-order it for the PS5 because I'm gonna own it on the Xbox already because it's gonna be a day one Game Pass title. So I could get it for the PS5 and then own it on both platforms. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I'll probably end up doing that today. Is go pick up the Miller edition. Tech said, watched a short of you playing, recommending Starfield, playing it right now. Never looked back. Starfield's a great game. Glad you're enjoying. Subtanius, good morning. Oh, hang on. I'm hearing some noise.